What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Pitter Patter Pop. Today we're talking about Machine Gun Joseph, Tommy Gun Joseph. I apologize. I'm sure the Italians would be very upset with me, of which I am one, so I'm upset with myself. He's okay. He's like a crappy Josuke. Not crappy, that's not fair. He's like a less good Josuke. He destroys tiles. They're a random assortment of tiles. Joseph's thing in this game for some reason is random tiles. And then he replaces them with charged up versions of themselves. So he's like, all right. I mean, he's not great. He's basically good with anyone that Josuke is good with, but just not as good. Cause like so, I mean, we'll look at him. So mine is only at skill level 1, so the showcase is gonna be kind of nah. But I don't want to put any resources into him or spend resources on building him yet. Maybe I will in the future. But I don't know, not right now for sure. So he breaks 6 at level 1, 8 at 2 and 3, and 12 at 4 and 5. Max cooldown is 75. Lowest is 90. So not great. You compare him to Josuke. I mean, the cooldown times are pretty good. I think 12 is a little low tile wise. Compare him to Josuke, who gets 14. It's close. And they're the same timer. So you can see, like, Josuke just gets more for the same value. And Josuke's is a predictable pattern every time. So randomness is always going to be kind of problematic. I know that, like, individual random hits, you can technically probably parse out where they're going to go. But you're not going to have time for that in the middle of, like, a game, right? So I could see him at, like, skill level 4 or higher being pretty good with someone like Bag Polnareff. If you remember the old score attacks where Bag, Polnareff, and Fugo were just blowing up point-wise because there was enough charge tiles, I could see him being pretty good there, where he'll break a bunch of tiles, because his tile breaks are individual. That's the one difference between him and Josuke, is that Josuke's is one big hit, and Machine Gun Joseph's are individual. I'm going to keep calling him that, I don't care. What was I saying? And his are individual, so it builds up the combo counter, I think. So, I mean, that's marginally useful. That was a mechanic that didn't end up going anywhere. The combo counter, I mean. So it's not like a huge deal, but it's okay. I think that, you know, in the future, if the right character comes out that really values the combo counter, he could be just as good as voiced Josuke. But 'tis not today. What am I fighting? This isn't score attack. What am I doing? I have no... Am I just fighting a random... I think I'm just fighting a random stage. Whoops. I was going to go into score attack just to show what he's got, but I... Well, okay, this won't take very long. Whoops. Whatever. We're leaving it in the footage. I do it live. I always do it live. Are you going to die right here so I can go into score attack? That'd be great if you did. Oh, he did. Okay, awesome. So look at that. We'll just let this stand-up time run while I talk. So yeah, I could see him being like pretty useful with somebody that really values the combo counter. Like let's say, I don't know, another Polar reference. I don't know. I don't have an example. Someone like a JoJo or whatever. So it comes out and it's like, the higher the combo counter is, the better the skill is. I could definitely see it being useful. As it stands, Josuke is clearly superior. I don't really know what else to say about that specifically, but Josuke is clearly the better option right now. Actually, okay, Joseph has one other advantage over Josuke, and it's that he's not limited. So he's going to be like your budget version. And he's not, like, bad. I've seen some people say that he's, like, bad. He's not bad, he's just not worth going for, because Josuke exists. So you might as well just save diamonds until Josuke comes out. Can't believe I did a stage. Here we go. You might as well just save the diamonds until Josuke comes around again. This is more of like, oh, I accidentally pulled this guy while chasing a limited unit, or, you know, I got him in the coin banner or whatever. So he's not really a diamond character, if that makes sense. There are characters in this game I consider worth diamonds and ones that I don't, and he falls more into that category of ones I don't consider to be super worth dropping diamonds on. But that doesn't make him bad. He's quite good. Quite a good character. Yeah, get me into stand-up time. Give me these giant Dios. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Over here. Another Dio right there, right there. Here, there. Everywhere. So, like, even this pair could be, like, kind of good-ish. Goodish. Because he does a similar thing that Josuke does, where he just builds a good amount of move gauge. Just because he gives all those charge tiles. But with Josuke, it's all in the volume. And this guy does not have the volume. Poor Joseph does not have the volume. Is that gonna whole thing gonna break? Shit, the whole thing broke. I wanted to get some Dios left over. And as you can see, at low skill level, this cooldown is just it's brutal. Haven't even gotten to use it once yet. His animation's cool, though. I like the animation. Charges up the gun and just beats you with the gun. It's pretty sick. So, like, you know, you saw you got a decent amount there. The problem is there's so few tiles in comparison to someone like Josuke who opens up that big bottom. And I know it's not fair because I'm comparing him to somebody who's built up way more than he is, but it's noticeable. And even then, when you think that 2 is not going to be all that much, but then in practice 2 ends up being a lot more than you think. Maybe it's just because I'm not particularly incredible at this, but I tend to find that I'm often 1 to 2 tiles away from where I need to be. So every single tile counts, you know? Every single tile counts. And I don't want to seem like I'm making him sound bad, because I don't think he's bad. I think he's really good. He's really good. He's just good in a way that, like, why do you exist kind of way? Because you don't need him. Josuke is around and very good, and, like, yeah, he's not always available, but he will be again at some point. And when he is, he'll be incredible, and you'll wish you had the diamonds that you spent on Joseph if you go after Joseph instead of Josuke. I think it's just a good habit to get into that whenever you're presented with someone who's like a quote-unquote budget alternative, that you don't go after them with diamonds and you just count on being able to get them in other ways later. Does that make sense? Like, if someone is your quote-unquote budget alternative, that you're like you're the not as good but easier to get version of Josuke. You don't want to spend the money or the currency or the whatever that you would have spent on Josuke instead on him, because then that defeats the whole purpose of having him as a better alternative. I got mine with just tickets. I had the tickets that came out from the zombie event, where you just do like the zombie survival fight, where it's just the 15. You know what I'm talking about. The only zombie event in the game. I don't know why I'm explaining it like you don't know what I'm talking about. But I just had tickets from that, and that's just what I used. And I happened to get him. I generally don't place a huge value on the regular gacha tickets because they block you out of, like, can't get a limited with them, you know? You just got to pull on a regular banner. And every regular banner unit is always, like, some of them are killers, but not a ton. So I usually just drop those tickets whenever it's a character that I like, and obviously I love Joseph, so I wanted to have it because I think this is the coolest version of Joseph that we have in the game. It's probably the best Joseph we have in the game, too. If I were to rank them, I would put this one as the best one over voiced Joseph. My long-standing hope that voiced Joseph will eventually blossom into something never came about. The game's too oriented around time stop, I think, for the big nuke gameplay style to really work out. It works with Risotto because Risotto is literally built specifically to do that exact thing, and like everything that he does goes to maximizing that playstyle. I mean, like 18 tile replacement and the full board charge is just so stupid. Excuse me. It's just so stupid. Whereas ye old voice Joseph doesn't do that. He's more of a just drop a big bomb and stand up time kind of guy. But that just doesn't It just doesn't really carry, you know? It doesn't really matter if you do that. I had always hoped that someone would come out that would make him bonkers, but it never happened. But we got this Joseph, who I think is very good. A worthy Joseph, to be sure. So it looks like we'll probably get close to 3 mil, or maybe break 3 mil. I'm not sure. Did this out of order, but that's okay. Dang, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I went completely silent listening to it for a minute. It's raining like crazy outside right now. And my my area, we don't get like thunderstorms anymore. We haven't in a really long time, so it's very soothing to me to listen to the rain. It's very nice. All right, so for those of you who've listened this far, dun, 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 I'm dropping it on you out of nowhere after my soothing rain talk. I got a little giveaway I'm doing. It's not huge. It's not super exciting. Well, it's exciting for me. I thought it would be just a little bit of fun. Just to have a fun little giveaway contest while all of this crazy stuff is going on with the world and everything. So I have a Jotaro, not a Joseph. My brain is on Joseph. I have a Jotaro pin that is also paired up with a Star Platinum pin that I'm going to be giving away. So to enter the giveaway, okay, you have to @me on Twitter, okay, and you have to tell me what your favorite unit is in this game and why they're your favorite unit. So you got to tell me who's your favorite unit, why do you love them so much. That's it. Those are the only 2 steps. So @me on Twitter, tell me why your favorite unit in this game, who it is, why they are. Obviously, you got to be subbed, and you got to be following me. So I'll pick a winner who fulfills those obligations that is also a fan, obviously. And I'll mail them out to you free. I'm not going to charge shipping or anything like that. It's just a little pin. I will post the images on Twitter as well that show you what they are. So there's no keywords. There's no crazy. It's not going to be split up between videos or anything. It's just @me on Twitter. My Twitter's in the description. It usually always is. Sometimes I leave it out because I'm lazy, but it's usually always there. @me on Twitter. Tell me who your favorite unit is and why you love him so much. Even if it's something as simple as, you know, Fortaro's my favorite unit because he's SSS tier and I like having good stuff. Like, fine. Okay. Whatever it is, okay? And I will do my best to ship that out to you as soon as I can with all the craziness going on. So make sure you're following. Make sure you click the like button. Make sure you're subbed. Make sure you... I don't know. Just make sure that you continue to be awesome. And you. And stay safe and everybody stay happy. And I've hit the point where the video needs to end, but I'm still just going. I'm rolling. Just fucking rolling with it. Okay, bye.